Hello, Pisces. It has been a while. It feels so good to be back with you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. We are going to dive straight into your reading, and we are going to see what energies are available here for you, what messages need to come through. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. We're going to just dive right on in. Here we go. For Pisces, these are general messages, so take what resonates and leave the rest, guys. Here we go. For Pisces. Wow. Okay. 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 So Pisces, this theme was out before I left, and it's still here now that I'm back. You know, we've talked a lot about the free-spirited nature of Pisces energy, and you know how you do kind of tend to march to the beat of your own drummer, or you do have the tendency to really be, and I do believe that it is brave enough to be true to yourself. You know, where a lot of people really want to fit in and strive to be a carbon copy of someone else. There's this great quote. It's like, be yourself, everybody else is already taken, or something like that. I used to have a bookmark with that on it, but I really feel this energy here, and it is leading you somewhere. It is guiding you somewhere. There is light at the end of the tunnel here, Pisces, for sure. You're also getting this super important energy of what you want wants you. Forgive me, you guys. I just wanted to hurry up and get back to the desk, and I didn't do my nails, so they're in all kinds of states of disarray from traveling. But anyway, there is this energy of what you want wants you. And this is that Rumi quote of what you are seeking is seeking you. And, you know, sometimes at times like these, it's actually really good to adopt that as almost like a mantra, something that you say to yourself several times a day. What you are seeking is seeking you. And it's such a powerful thought, you know, that as you may be praying for a new job or a new soulmate or a soul tribe or whatever, that thing is missing you. That thing is yearning for you. That thing is also longing for you. You are the missing piece, just as it is the missing piece. And you know, we can get kind of discouraged when we keep trying to plug in places that aren't the right fit for us. And we're like, you know, we try and it doesn't work, and we tell ourselves, okay, well, that didn't work, let's move on. But once you've done that so many times, it starts to feel like, well, wait, is it me? Do I just not fit in? But yet I see in your energy this, it's almost kind of like, you know, when you're trying to clean out your closet, or you're trying to pare something down or make it more concise, or you've written a paper and you're editing it and you've got to chop 500 words out of it, or, you know, any kind of situation where you're trying to edit and eliminate something, and you keep looking at it and you keep looking at it and you keep going, yeah, but I mean, I can't really get rid of that, or I can't really let that go, or, you know, at this moment, I was so happy to have this, and you know, this is nostalgic, and it reminds me of this time in my life, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you just kind of get to the point where it's like, you feel that everything that you're looking at is necessary. I feel like you've done that, Pisces. I feel like you've been in a bit of a time where you've kind of been by yourself, and you have evaluated and reevaluated and introspected and really looked at yourself and really, you know, kind of looked at your life, and you've kind of gotten it down to a place where it is sort of efficient. You know, you're not maybe giving a lot of energy to things that, just take up space in your life. You may have gotten rid of those things or let those things go or release those things. And I feel like you're kind of this very streamlined version of yourself, and you definitely are headed towards some kind of new moment, some kind of new period of time. And it is a new moment that is very authentic and genuine to you and has the capacity to truly make you happy, because you have evaluated these things, because you have looked at these things, because you have already eradicated those spaces in your life where you were giving energy to things that really didn't matter or didn't have space, including relationships, including possibly your work, your job, your career, whatever. It's like now you have this sort of freedom of movement. I feel the energy of the Fool card where, he's carrying nothing but the knapsack, all the necessary stuff. And nothing else, no burdens, no nothing else. And when you are traveling in that energy, when you're navigating life from that space of being free of drag, all those things that are just taking up space or just sucking your energy dry, you really have the capacity to move rather quickly and experience change rather quickly. And that's where I feel like this energy of shock of the new comes in. And you see, it's a 6, and that is where we come into harmony and unity with something. You also have these chakras lit up: the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, the throat chakra, and the heart chakra. These are our upper level chakras. This is something that's very authentic to you. This is something that your heart truly desires. This is something that you have spoken to spirit that you want. This is something that you have envisioned, that you have seen, that you have kind of almost prophesized for yourself. And with the crown chakra, it's something that you have downloaded and communicated back to spirit about at some point here. And I feel like it's coming in rather quickly, or you're arriving rather quickly, almost out of the blue. It comes out of nowhere, I feel. So let's dive in further, Pisces. Yeah. Wow. Uh-huh. Wow, yeah. You're definitely, oh yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're coming out of a period where, again, it's like you were a puzzle piece trying to fit in to something that, where it just didn't quite fit together correctly. This could have been a relationship. It could have been multiple relationships, friendships. It could have been work. It could have been a job. With this disruption energy, I get you were held back for a reason. It almost feels like a bandage. You may have had some healing to do, or if you would have kept progressing in the energy that you were, or with all the things sucking your energy, or all the things taking up space in your life, you would have brought that energy into this new space that you're coming into, and it's not meant to go with you. Not everything is meant to travel with you forever, right? And, I feel this harshness with, rejection is such, even just to say the word, it's not pleasant, right? There's just this energy of something that could have been a bit harsh, something that could have felt a bit final or a bit painful. But, again, I get it just was not meant for you. And, you may have been in this period of time for a while where it just felt like things were not working out, things were not opening up for you. And then you see this movement, success, and illumination. And this illumination for me it's like where we really see it. We start to see it, and then bam, we're living it. It is our life is more filled with the light and the happiness and the success and the vision that we've held for ourselves, or even maybe something better, I'm getting, in the not so distant future. And there is this energy of trust, and you can see you had that 6 with the shock of the new, and this is an energy of something aligning. And it's aligning, like I said, from the upper level chakras. That heart chakra is where that really begins to happen. And it's something that you deeply desire, and it's something that's really in alignment with your authenticity. I'm kind of picking up on the Page of Cups energy where, you know, there's that, there's that, you know, our purest, truest hope, our purest, truest desire. When you peel away all the layers of ourself and all the conditioning and all the experiences that we've had and the pain and the wounding and the suffering, and you go past all of that and all of that and all of that into the truest heart center. And you know, that is where your authenticity resides. That is where what truly makes us happy, where we truly find our bliss, and what is truly connected to our soul's journey in this life appears. And that's what it feels like. Something that is truly meant for you, something that is truly in alignment with the most authentic part of yourself, that most authentic desire. And, you know, I don't say this lightly, because I really think that one of the biggest problems we have when it comes to happiness is feeling that life should be something other than what it is. When there's no way to really truly experience deep happiness when you cannot accept life on its terms. When you cannot accept life the way that it is exactly presenting itself in this moment, and you cannot see the beauty in the way that it is exactly the way that it is. If you cannot come to a place where of peace and acceptance and joy in life exactly as it is right now, without needing it to be something else, without focusing on what is lacking, on focusing on what is missing, then it's very, very hard to have true, deep, sustainable happiness in your life. It begins now, here, in this moment. That's why, you know, it's one of the most important factors of being present in the present moment. Because when we can truly sit here and be okay and not say, I need this person, I need this relationship, I'm lonely, I'm this, I'm that. When we can say, wow, I have everything that I need, and life is a beautiful, miraculous gift. And, you know, I am so grateful for the blue sky. I am so grateful for the green grass. I am so grateful for this food in my belly. I'm so grateful for my cup of tea. I am so grateful that I know somewhere somebody loves me, because that is true for all of us. And it is true. The divine, our ancestors, like, just even if you cannot see them in physical presence in this moment, you are loved, and you are a miracle, and you are worthy. And when you can come to terms with that and be glad just in that, then things start to really open up. Then happiness starts to come in many forms, because as within, so without. All right, Pisces, definitely there is, okay. So Pisces, I feel like there was some kind of relationship here, some kind of connection here. I feel like one or both people got triggered. I feel like it's sort of been a haunting your life, or haunting the situation, maybe haunting both of your lives, maybe haunting one more than the other. I feel this energy of haunting, like it follows you everywhere, like it's something you just can't quite shake. And I think it's because it feels like a missed opportunity. It feels like something that was as close as you've ever been to the something that you wanted, or it's as close as your life has ever looked to being what you want it to be. And then there is some energy here where there may have been some kind of rejection, there may have been some kind of disruption, there may have been some kind of outside interference. For me, this energy feels very much like redirection rather than rejection. And when I say that, redirection can sometimes be where we need space to find ourselves and to be able to figure out how to stand separately and allow something to grow between us. We may have been in a codependent type connection, or it may have been moving towards codependency. And then there's also the energy of, it may have been, you know, where we were both coming from a place of wounding with that triggering energy. And we needed to have some time apart to really dive deep, or to really allow ourselves to heal, or to come to a place of peace, or to figure out how for each of us to be happy in this moment exactly the way that it is, without adding anyone else, so that we could come together. It's the old story of, we've got to get to the Nine of Cups before we can get to the Ten of Cups. We've got to get to the Nine of Pentacles before we can get to the Ten of Pentacles. We have to find within ourselves that understanding that we are capable of being happy on our own, and we are capable of not needing anyone to rescue us or anyone to provide for us, that we are capable of, we are all that we need in this life. We really are. And I know, people are always talking about connection, and I'm someone who's been married for 26 years and truly values human connection. But I also know, because of the 23 years I lived before that, I can make it on my own if I have to. I mean, God, I would never want to, just because I love my husband, but and I don't ever want to be without him, but God forbid, I know that I would survive. And so that understanding, that deep-seated knowledge that, you can provide for yourself. You are solid, you are stable, you can find happiness, you can find growth, you can find a life with meaning and purpose all on your own. And sometimes we forget that, and we have to come back to that knowledge. We have to come back to that understanding. Sometimes it's so easy when we're really craving connection for a long time, and then we come into connection to really just lose ourselves, to give up all of our boundaries. And especially, almost everyone has experienced some kind of wounding. Almost everyone has grown up in a house that wasn't completely healthy or void of, some kind of, most people have either experienced bullying, in the home, outside the home. We're living in a world that is a little bit harsh and hurtful. And so we sometimes tend to have sort of paper thin boundaries, where we try to sort of hold or maintain our sense of self in a relationship, but ultimately, we crave that companionship, and we feel somebody needs it. And also sometimes we get nervous or anxious, and we want that reassurance, and little by little, that paper thin boundary kind of washes away into nothing. And then, once something becomes codependent or toxic in some way, then the universe will kind of put space there, will kind of separate you, so that you can reestablish those boundaries, so that you can reestablish that healthy way of connecting with another person, to where you are you and they are them, and the connection is the connection that is shared space between you. Instead of it being just like all mixed up together, and we don't know where I end and you begin, right? So there's something here where we're coming to this space where we really know who we are, we really know what we want, we really know what we will accept, and we really know how to maintain that sense of self. And I feel like there's some kind of opportunity coming in here, and it may be with a past person, it may be with this person, where it feels this haunting energy of like, am I ever going to know what really might have been there? Or it's going to be with someone new. You may be giving someone new a chance for the first time. Sense that kind of connection. You are moving forward, and this movement card is very much like the Eight of Wands energy, which is Cupid's arrow. So this can be somebody new coming in, or it can be someone from the past coming in a new energy. But there is the potential here to move forward now from this new space, towards success and victory without really any obstacles. We have success as the next card, and then we have this illumination where we are experiencing the happiness and the joy that comes from this seemingly pretty difficult path that we've been on. And with the illumination, there is this energy of there's nothing really holding you back. there isn't any energy that's sucking from this or taking from this. And I feel like it goes back to this energy of you kind of streamlining, you kind of starting to really look at your life and evaluate, is this connection making me happy? Is this job fulfilling more than just my pocketbook? And it doesn't have to be your sole purpose, but if it is just fulfilling your pocketbook, then what are you doing with what's in your pocketbook to fulfill your sole purpose? Or do you know what I'm saying? I mean, these are just questions for you to ask you. Maybe you're not looking for that. You know what I mean? It's not for everyone, right? So, all right, guys, let's dive into the tarot here. This is pretty exciting energy. I feel like there's almost this like waking up energy, or this new dawn, new day kind of energy here happening. And it's all coming because I feel like you were true to yourself, Pisces. Wow. All right, yeah, you definitely have a relationship coming in. You have the Two of Cups here. Here's that Nine of Coins energy that I was talking about. Here's the Chariot and the Lovers. So you definitely have something that can be long-term and successful coming in. Wow, there's a masculine here who's seeing things very clearly, whether that's you, Pisces, or whether, and when I say masculine, it doesn't necessarily have to be male in gender. You know, our masculine self is the side of ourself that really is ready to take action. So, you know, this is like, I know myself, I've come to this place where I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I don't need anything or anyone. I know that I'm more than capable on my own, but I am ready. I am ready for some beauty to come into my life. All right, so I have so many cards here. I'm just going to put these here. So we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups energy. And, you know, this is very Piscean, with the Queen of Cups, right? And you can see the third eye here. And you can see someone who's very at peace within themselves. They've come to a place of peace and acceptance with their life exactly as it is. And they hold a space of unconditional love for themselves. They know inherently that they are worthy. And it is not that this person is without any pain or any heartbreak or any difficult experience. They're not in this energy because they've never been hurt before. They're in this energy despite everything that the world has thrown at them. They still have this ability to connect to the self and to search for the love in the experience of life and in the experience of meeting new people and others. They are open to the experience of really truly seeing the beauty in other people, and they are still capable and able and willing to unconditionally love. With the Diviner of Swords, we see the other side of the coin, right? I have loved and lost. I have loved and I have been hurt. I have loved and I have suffered. But with the Diviner of Swords, there's this energy of I have lived through heartbreak. I have lived through manipulation. I have lived through deception. I have lived through backstabbing. I have lived through difficult endings. I have lived through being lied to and being, you know, hurt. But instead of letting that turn me bitter and letting that close me off, I have chosen to become better. I have chosen to learn the lesson and to look for the gift. And now I am taking forward with me this energy of discernment, this energy of being able to see the truth and to have clarity in all situations, or in these situations, these matters of my heart. So I have not lost my ability to open my heart to others and to see the best in others, but I have gained the ability to see through the BS and to see through you know, so it's people's intentions and motivations. You know, I allow myself to be guided by my intuition, and maybe when I was younger my intuition told me red flag, but I chose to turn a blind eye to that red flag and I chose to go anyway. Well, now my wiser head prevails with the Queen of Swords here. I listen to my intuition. I see things clearly. I allow myself to be guided by my own insight, my own seeing of what is really happening here. And that is what is opening up this energy of the Chariot and the Lovers, where for one thing, your ability to love and to stay open to love is allowing you to let someone into your life, is allowing you to choose love yet again with the Lovers. And with the Chariot, this Queen of Swords and this ability to have insight and to have the presence of mind to always listen to your intuition, and to allow yourself to be guided by your intuition, and to know who is a good investment as a partner, as someone to move through life with and navigate life through, who you have an opportunity to have success with. I don't want to say, don't love broken people, right? Because we've all been broken at some point. There's no unbroken human among us, I really don't think. But it is love the broken human that loved themselves enough to sit down and heal, to sit down and do the work, to sit down and introspect, to sit down and find the answers the same way you have found the answers for yourself. Be attracted to the resilience in another person rather than being attracted to the brokenness and what you have to offer it, or how you have also experienced it, so you have empathy and compassion for it. Yeah, always hold the space of empathy and compassion. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to hitch your lifetime wagon to that energy, right? With the Nine of Coins, you have worked hard to get where you are. The Nine of Coins is not an energy that happens overnight. It happens a little bit, time after time, of where we gradually maintain and, we invest in ourselves, and we keep investing, we keep building, we keep growing. We take an opportunity and we turn it into more, and we turn that into more, and then we turn that into more, and it's something that builds upon itself until we get to this space where we are sustainable on our own, and where we are it's such a it's such a powerful thing. It's hard to reduce it to words. You know what I mean? It's like, I have everything that I need. I am at peace in this moment. I am finding the abundance in my life exactly the way that it is. I see the hope. I see the happiness. I see the abundance of the life that I have created on my own. I am not focused on what I need. I am focused on the beauty of what I have created. In a deep, deep, profound way, okay? And then you have the Ace of Swords with the Emperor here. This is the divine masculine energy. This is someone who has complete clarity of thought. With the Ace of Swords, this is someone who's seeing clearly, and they're making decisions and living their life for success, for it's someone who can clearly communicate and articulate what they're about, what their foundation is, what they're looking for, who they are. They're also someone who has the presence of mind to know when they're in the presence of what they're looking for. And not only are they in the presence of, in the energy to recognize it, they're in the energy to take action on it. They're in the energy to speak up and to speak out. They're not going to run from it. They're not going to hide from it. They're not going to be triggered by it. They're sitting confidently and securely in a foundation here. And when someone is a secure attachment style, they're not going to run away. There's no runner chaser. There's no push and pull. This is someone who can clearly communicate and articulate, this is who I am, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, and I see it here in you in this moment, and I'm ready to take action on it. So this isn't something where it's going to leave you confused, right? Because they're not confused. They know themselves as well. And they see the, you know, the 9 of coins is that pre-empress energy. They see that in you. They recognize that in you. And they're not threatened by it. And they don't need you to play small. And they don't need you to fix them. And they don't need you to be anything other than exactly who you are. And they're probably very attracted to you for feeling the abundance in what you already have. Because when you feel that and someone else comes in, they're just adding to it. All of the weight and the pressure of providing that for you does not rest on their shoulders, you know? And when you're dealing with someone who needs you to need them, they're seeking codependency. They're seeking something toxic to reassure them that they are so necessary that you will not leave them. And this is not that. This is someone who knows exactly who they are, and they don't need anything. They want companionship, but they don't need it. And they see in you the same thing. And that is very attractive. So you have the 7 of coins, the 8 of coins, and the Sage of Cups here. So you have the 7, the 8, and the 9 of coins. So there's been a lot of progress made through this period of time, Pisces, where I feel like you have taken this deep dive into yourself and into, you know, coming to a place of understanding and wisdom about yourself and about what you need and about what is worthy of your investment. I feel like you have done the work on yourself to become someone who, yeah, you have deep emotion. Absolutely. You're a Pisces. You're a water sign. You're a mutable water sign. You have deep emotion, but you are not battened about in the sea by your deep emotion. You have mastered it. You can sit with it. You can hold space for it without reacting, without you know, allowing it to take over your energy. Your emotions guide you. They're sort of the guardrails of life. They're our compass, and they travel with us from life to life. I mean, depending on what you believe. That's what I believe after my experiences and my research and what I have come to discover. They're not meant to be these radical kind of violent things. They're informative. And when we listen to them on a daily basis, when we hear them and when we heed what they are telling us, we don't get to the places that are these huge eruptions. We get to those eruptions by suppressing them, by not listening to them, by pushing them down and blocking them off. And this, with the 7 of coins and the 8 of coins, is someone who has become very wise when it comes to this. And they're wise to know what is worthy of their investment, what has the potential to grow into something that, you know, brings happiness and brings those positive feelings. And with the 8 of coins, this is someone who is not looking for someone else to fix them or is not looking to fix someone else. This is someone who has done the work on themselves. They have gone within, they have looked, they have put the effort and energy in. With the 2 of Cups, it's someone who is ready for this deep soul connection. So this is a pretty powerful energy. I mean, Pisces, it's saying it's coming into your life and you are ready for it. All right? So let's look. Spirit, what can you tell us about this love situation? Well, there's your 8 of Wands. It's coming. You've got communication coming in. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, Pisces, again, it's telling me this a very similar same story here. There's something here where you or your person or both of you, there was this lack of happiness. There was this feeling of just not ever really finding your person, not ever really being understood. Not, this can be a financial loss. It can be where it's like your career just is not making you happy no matter how hard you try. But there's something here where it's like I'm really dissatisfied with my life, and I feel like something is missing. And when we're in the Five of Pentacles, we're definitely not in the Nine of Pentacles, right? In the Five of Pentacles, we're focusing on the lack in our life. We're focusing on what we want that we don't have. We may have assigned our happiness to a person. We may have told ourselves, I can't be happy unless I have this person in my life. And that may be, contributing to this feeling of I don't have, I need this back, in order to be happy. But it's definitely the focus on, things never work out for me. It's a lack mentality. And when we're in that, we're not seeing the abundance. We're not seeing the beauty in life the way that it is. And that, above all else, will always contribute to our own unhappiness. When we're focused on what we don't have, the easiest way to really shift your energy and your attitude and your mindset is to stop looking at what is lacking and start looking at what you have and actively choose an energy of gratitude. Gratitude is the fastest way to raise your vibration. It's huge. And, honestly, if you're really struggling with that, get a notebook, get some paper, and start a gratitude journal and just write down 3 things every day. Start a gratitude partnership with a friend and say, listen, I'm really trying to pull myself out of this energy. Would you be my gratitude partner? And what you do is you text that person or you write to that person, however you do it, without any explanation, 3 things you're grateful for. And you don't need to go into some deep conversation about it or anything. It's just like, boom, I'm grateful for M&Ms. I'm grateful for tea. I'm grateful for, like, whatever it is. But you got to hold yourself accountable, and you got to do it with conviction. And as you start doing it throughout your day, you're going to find that you start looking for it. I know because I've done it myself. You're going to find you start looking for the things that you're grateful to, and then you start realizing there's a hell of a lot more than 3 things I'm grateful for, no matter what your life is. And I mean, if you're really struggling, just stop for a moment and breathe and just focus on your breath and become the mindful awareness of your breath. And remember that that breath is a freaking miracle. I mean, how insane is it that we are souls tethered to these bodies through the energy of breath, something that is not seen, something that is, space, and something in a world that is hurling through outer space, rotating around a giant gas planet that provides sunlight, that makes our earth grow, makes food grow, makes everything grow, makes us grow. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, really and truly, if you just stop for a minute and think about life and think about how precious it is and how crazy it is that it can even exist, and that you exist, and that, my gosh, there has to be a purpose to that. And you have to be fulfilling a role that no one else can fill. You start to really open up to the energy of abundance, and you start to really open up to the energy of gratitude. And it is, gosh, why waste our lives in the Five of Pentacles? Why waste this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous opportunity in that energy of lack? Because, my God, the proof that there is abundance everywhere is all around us, all of the time. And so we have the Hangman in reverse, and between these 2 energies of the Sun in reverse, which is, not seeing clearly, not being able to find our own happiness or be our own source of happiness. and this energy of lack and focusing on lack. And we have the Hangman in reverse. And, you know, the Hangman in reverse can be where it's very clear and it's all around us, but we're not seeing it. We're not taking the time out to focus on it or to allow that enlightenment to kind of hit us or come to us. And we are searching outside ourselves for validation and for happiness in places where even if we do find happiness, it's not sustainable. It's very fleeting. It's here for a moment and then gone, right? So, you know, I feel like though Pisces, underneath that energy, you have the Temperance and you have the Empress. And so it may have taken time for you to rebalance, to come back into self, to come back into a grounded and centered energy that was healed and whole and ready. And you know, with the Empress, that's the ultimate expression of abundance. It's also the ultimate expression of the limitlessness that you possess. And your own ability to manifest and create and bring into your life exactly what you are looking for. And with the Eight of Wands, this is where, you know, Spirit begins to help. The universe begins to, you know, put that tailwind at your back. The universe begins to start sending in those things that you've been ordering up with your manifestation. So there is this energy of have faith. It is coming together. Have faith. It's coming into alignment for you. Stay very focused on this energy, because this energy, the Temperance and the Empress, is what is bringing this in and what is creating this movement towards success in your life. So stay the course, you know, maintain focus on this abundance in your life, maintain focus on everything that is good all around you, and you will create more of it. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. And there is definitely something coming towards you. And it is authentically and truly suited for you and made for you and meant for you. All right, Pisces, I am going to get you some message cards today. I may discontinue doing this. Someone commented that they don't watch this part and that they think that it takes away from my readings. If this part is really important to you and you would like me to keep it, let me know. Otherwise, I may just do away with it. They may be right, and I will still use message cards, but I'll use them differently in the readings. All right, so if you're dealing with a water sign, you came closer than anyone. I know I was a distraction from your pain. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I wish I could take back my words. If you're dealing with a fire sign, Pisces, I regret lying to you. I want to tell you how I feel. I knew exactly what I was doing. I know I messed up everything. If you're dealing with an earth sign, I wish things could be different. I'm starting to understand our connection. I will wait for a sign from you. If you're dealing with an air sign, it's time for me to heal now. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I am becoming a better person. Pisces, this is where I leave you today. I hope this helped. I hope this brought you some peace and clarity. I really missed you guys, and you know, I really had a wonderful time. Went hiking, saw some waterfalls, spent some time with my granddog and my daughter, and I really feel so rejuvenated. So, all right, you guys, I am sending you off with all my very best. If this reading resonates, please let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And gosh, guys, until next time, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.